Thank you, gentlemen. This is rumor control. Here are the facts.
All right, gentlemen, we got robbed. I have Mike Sartain with me right now. We were robbed, I say. Robbed by the female version of Tinder Swindler. I wish I could say this is a very special edition of this show, and it seems like we're making a habit of this. Oh, hold on. There we go. Now we're in.
Hey.
We have to clear. Right. We have to clear up all the rumors before Inside Edition goes live.
So, do you want me to explain what's going on here?
Yeah, you go ahead. I feel like it's your
fault.
All
right. So let me. We're going to start with the end and then move backwards. So what happened is yesterday I got a call from a friend. So I have a friend who's involved with this, but he doesn't want the publicity. So he's just like, talk to Michael Sartain because he'll be your huckleberry. Apparently, a girl named MIA Ventura who has come to several of my charity events that I've hosted for several different groups, and she's also done several different swimsuit competitions that I know. She's, a somewhat famous model. She came on our show Access Vegas, and she proceeded to around the 45-minute mark, and we're going to show you the actual footage. Yeah. She gets up, she goes into the green room, and she robs everyone. So she steals their credit cards and their cash. Two of the girls, one of the girls, she actually checked the credit card and found out that Mia had booked a salon appointment the next day and actually had screenshots of Mia's face, and she actually booked it under the name MIA Ventura. So we're going to go over all the details here because ABC News, not ABC LA, ABC News in New York has done a story on this, and so has NBC. So we're going to actually just tell you everything we know because this is a really interesting story. And then at the end, we're going to wrap it up because there's a couple of things I want to point out. Number one, how to protect yourself against a girl who's a predator like this, why it's really important to stay away from sugar babies. This is basically, long story short, skip to the end here, TLDR. This woman was going on sugar baby websites and allegedly, and she would have a guy pay her like an allowance, or I don't know if there was any sort of hanky-panky prostitution involved. But then afterwards, she would then steal from the guy, and if the guy threatened to go to the cops, she would then threaten to claim grape or SA. So that's essentially how she was able to perpetuate this with numerous male victims over and over again. And there's a lot of lessons to be learned here about not sending lascivious messages, having cameras in your common areas. We talked about this before. Screenshotting everything, and then also, guys, generating genuine desire in women as opposed to using money as a crutch, which is what pretty much all these guys were doing when they got hemmed up by her, because she didn't give a fuck about any of these dudes. That's why she was there stealing from them. So she came on her show on election night. So it was November 6th of last year. And she was there just espousing how much she loved Donald Trump. She's also, because she's an Israeli citizen, she's a former member of the IDF, and she talked about that several times. Give us
the two comments now. Come on.
If you watch the episode, she says it several times. I'm not making a commentary on that, but she talks about it several times. And also when she would do my bikini competition, she would also mention that she was a member of the IDF. It was literally on her card when she would go out there. So we want to go over exactly what happened with us. But first, to give you a little background, do you want to show that first video from this is from KPLA last night?
Yeah, this is it. So just to give you guys a little bit of a background here.
Only on 5, a woman accused of being the mastermind of a dating app crime spree. The sinister scheme has now unraveled into a longer list of claims from people who say they were robbed by an OnlyFans model. Deputies say Adva Levy targeted older men to steal from them. But tonight, others are coming forward claiming they are victims too.
KTLA's Mary Beth McDade has been doing some digging on this story. She spoke with some of her alleged victims. MB. Yeah, Mike and Chair, through our own investigation, we discovered that she allegedly not only preys on older, wealthy men, but people of all ages, as long as they have money, credit cards, and luxury goods.
I already post pictures of my bikinis on Instagram for free. Why not trying to make money out of my other pictures of my bikini on my feet?
She's appeared in Penthouse and Playboy New Zealand. She claims to be the first top Israeli OnlyFans model, and she's known to drive a Porsche and a Mercedes. But behind all this glamour, Adva Levy is an accused serial burglar. LA County Sheriff's officials say she targets wealthy older men, poses as their girlfriend or companion on social media dating apps, and then burglarizes their homes. Authorities say she's victimized at least 10 men in Malibu and other parts of LA County. She apparently goes by several aliases, including Shoshana, Shayna, and Mia Ventura. Here's Mia appearing on Michael Sartain's podcast called Access Vegas, talking about needing a man who can provide.
I need a provider, a supporter. I need someone strong and dominator because I'm very much of a strong female, so I need someone to be more dominant than me.
Michael tells us while appearing on this special election night show, she stole all the other female panelists' money and credit cards out of their purses, which were in the green room.
You guys, hold on.
She got up at the 45-minute mark. And
pause it. Do you see that? Hold on. Go back in just a second. You guys see what they're using? And this is so funny because this is how I described it to them. Okay, it's just an empty chair. It's just dude, for 23 minutes, she just gets up and goes into the green room. And we're just looking at her empty chair. And I remember I was looking at, that's Nikki on the left and Emily on the right. And I'm looking at them and I'm looking at, I think it might've been Jake Cope. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is she doing? Why is she back there? Like, and then I'm thinking, oh, she has diarrhea or something like that. Why is she back in the green room for so long? Anyway, I just love that this is Exhibit A, Your Honor. Exhibit A. There's a picture. There's nobody there.
Up at the 45-minute mark, and she was gone for 20-something minutes and just went through everyone's bag.
Eden Lynn says she was one of the women who Mia stole from that night.
At some point, she went in there and stole from like multiple women, our credit cards, like IDs, cash, anything.
Eden tells us she confirmed Mia was the culprit by seeing multiple attempted charges Mia tried to put on her Amex, including a hair appointment at a pricey Beverly Hills salon, where Mia booked the appointment under Mia Ventura.
I got in contact with the salon and the staff.
Some ballsy shit.
Listen, she steals Eden's credit card, just so you guys understand. She steals Eden's credit card, and then she goes and books at a salon. Remember, Eden knows she's been robbed. All she has to do is look at the credit card activity, and she sees it's booked at a salon. So Eden calls the salon, and the salonist, of course, because she's on FaceTime, she needs to know how to cut the girl's hair, and she wants the color. So she screenshots the FaceTime call and then sends it back her. But my favorite part is that, like, salonists don't check your fucking ID, dude. You could use any name you wanted, but you used your actual name to book a salon appointment with a stolen credit card. Yo, this is some Jussie Smollett type shit, bro. Some juicy. That's what this is. This is crazy. Anyway, keep going.
That she booked with, and they gave me the name it was put under. She sent me screenshots of the consultation FaceTime she did with her, and like the receipts in her text and everything.
Adult film star Cody Steele says he became one of Mia's victims while the two worked at an LA party company. A group from the company got hired to go to France to work a party.
Do you understand? And how do you? You're a male porn star, and
you got rolled.
and you got, oh my God, bro! This is getting God, so great. This writes itself. Go ahead, keep going.
Stay together at an Airbnb. He says while he and the others were out, she stole all their luxury items.
She decided to basically rob pretty much every person in that group of essentially anything marked with a designer label.
They called the French authorities and they made her return the items. Michael says Mia has been a fixture over the last few years at LA and Vegas clubs and charity events. And he says she's known to threaten her victims to keep them from going to the police.
She would threaten to file a false sexual assault charge or say that, the guy offered to pay her money for sex or something to that effect.
According to jail records, Mia, a.k.a. Adva, was arrested for a felony in May and bailed out. It's unclear, though, if that arrest is connected to the alleged burglaries.
Like at this point, everyone knows she's guilty and she's still stealing stuff. This seems like a mental illness.
Well, detectives are now searching for more victims. And so if you think that you were one of them, you are urged to contact the LA County Sheriff's Department. For now, reporting live here in the newsroom, Mary Beth McDade. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, MB, thank you.
That's fucking wild, man.
So when Mary Beth's interviewing me, I didn't see her face. Like it was just a Zoom call where I didn't. So I had to put a face to the name there. That was interesting. So the reason why we're bringing this up, that's the first one that's come out. So Inside Edition interviewed Rollo this morning because I'm a lazy fuck who gets up at 11 a.m. So that is going to come out on Inside Edition's one, and then we just did KTLA, and then one more. I've done two more additionally today. And then I did one with Rollo just a couple of minutes ago. So 4 interviews so far, including Inside Edition. And then let's go to ABC News. Can you pull up the ABC News article?
Yeah, I'll get that for you. God, this is insane.
So this is when you know it's big because it's gone national. Actually, we also need to show the it's that picture that you have, that bolo is from the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department.
Oh, yeah,
Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Instagram. And when that came out, I started getting bombarded with photos. So let's go to this real quick. Go to the top. All right, cool. I can't really read it. Can you make it wider? Go ahead and zoom in. There you go.
There you go. Get full screen.
Okay, cool. A woman has been accused of using dating apps to meet men, then burglarize their homes, according to Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. So this is ABC's News Regular. This is not ABC News Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
Ava Lavi is wanted for Levy. Yeah, was wanted for a string of burglaries in which she allegedly targeted older men, posing as a romantic companion on virtual dating platforms and social media, according to officials. The suspect is described as 5'7", weighing 104, with brunette hair and hazel eyes. Lavi is believed to be driving a black Porsche SUV or white Mercedes-Benz. She's also known by the alias Mia Ventura. That's what we knew her as. Shoshana and Shana, according to officials. When contacted by ABC News, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department said they had no additional information to provide about the suspect or alleged crimes. Officials have been asking anyone with information about Lavi or the incidents, which she department contact the LA Police Department. Okay, so this is the reason why I want to bring this up. So, guys, there's a lot of dudes out here. There's 2 guys I know personally. Am I still there? There we go. There's 2 guys I know personally who have told me that she's tried to extort them. One of the guys, he didn't say the word extort, but he's like, I fucking hate that girl. And then the other one, he straight up told me, he was like, I was going to go to the cops. And then she said that she was going to claim that I did something with her or whatever. And so obviously, just imagine if you're a guy and this girl stole like a couple $100 from you, is it worth you going and admitting that you picked up some chick from an SA site, from Seeking Arrangement or whatever, some sugar daddy site? You'd rather your wife not know about it. So these men are afraid, and that's why they're not going to the cops. I'm just going to tell you guys now at this point, if you're one of the dudes who's been hemmed up by Mia Ventura, you should probably just go to the cops because they're looking for people. This is from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. You can find this on their Instagram. You could probably just go and no one's going to believe that you raped this girl. So I really do think this would be an opportunity for you to come forward and be able to do this. So because I know a lot of guys are like hyper embarrassed by it. And I know even after me saying this, there's probably some dudes that are like, I want nothing to do with this. It was a massive embarrassment.
I'm embarrassed we had her on the show. I'm embarrassed we had her on the show.
Right. All right. So here's what we're going to do next. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up.
You want me to put the NBC one up real quick?
Yeah. I haven't seen that one. Let's do that. Let's pull the NBC one up.
All right. There you go.
Let's go to it. There we go.
LA woman met at least 10 elderly men, burglarized their homes, investigators say. Oh, can I put this on? Maybe I can.
Dating apps to meet elderly men and steal their money.
And as NBC4's Alex Rosier explains, there may be more alleged victims out there.
So many people are on a quest to find love. But if you've met this woman on your dating journey, detectives want you to contact the LA County Sheriff's Department.
We want any victims to notify us.
This is Adva Levi. Investigators say she also goes by Mia Ventura, seen here in a Facebook video posted by Penthouse Magazine in July 2023. But now the sheriff's department put out this special bulletin seeking victims because they say she's been using dating apps to commit crimes.
Somebody meets on a dating website. They build some kind of trust relationship with somebody. Eventually, you know, they're invited into the home, and then this person ends up burglarizing their home.
Levi is not in custody right now, but the sheriff's department says she's been previously arrested for similar crimes. They say she targets elderly men and may have been driving this white Mercedes or black Porsche. Investigators said there are numerous victims.
So are we talking 1 to 2, or are we talking dozens?
We're talking many. Over we're looking probably likely over 10, maybe even more.
Julie Spira is an online dating expert.
When you see someone that is targeting older men, perhaps they're older, wealthy men, if they've gone through a divorce or they've become widowed, they are very vulnerable.
Spira said when online dating, never send a person money before meeting and meet the first few times in a public place.
Okay, let's stop. Let's stop this. Stop. Hold on. Can you pause this? Okay. For online, by the way, you know, you can zoom in, Rollo. If you just like spread your fingers, it'll actually make this bigger so everybody can see it. No, just you can literally like if you take your finger, put on the thing, and spread.
I'm on my. Hold on a second. I'm on my.
Got it.
I'll do it. Go ahead.
Also at the top, there's a reader function where you can actually make it like 200%. Oh, yeah, that's fine. So the thing is, so what she's saying is, don't send anyone money. You don't have to have this up right now. You don't. She said, don't send anyone money until you meet them. Here's another idea: don't send anyone money. Period. Don't ever send any girl any money. How about that? Oh, you remember that? You know, we were doing a reaction video, and the one guy's got send her 20,000. Send her 20,000 right now for her hair. Send her 20. No, how about this? How about quit being a simp? How about that? Stop sending her any money. Why don't you do that? Now, if she's like living with you and you like want to buy a couch together and you send her some money to buy, that's different. I was like, hey, honey, you know, you guys go to dinner together and you pay for the dinner. That's different. How about this? Instead of don't send her money until you meet her in person, how about don't send her money at all? Okay. You're going to see like, the reason why Rollo and I even have a brand is because of this fissure, this massive sense of lack that men have that allows something like this to happen in the first place. And that's what we're going to finish off this video talking about, is basically like the problem is men would fall for this. That's the issue. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So let's go back to the video.
Or you're going for coffee or lunch or a dinner date, they should not involve meeting somebody at their home. Your home is a private place, and until you really get to know someone, they shouldn't know where you live.
Spira said she hopes this story doesn't discourage people from dating online.
Because most people really are looking to find their perfect match.
Hold on, okay. Can we pause this? Hold on, pause real quick. Okay, so what they're saying is when you hire your prostitute that you meet online, don't bring her to your home. And don't send her money initially. Go get a hotel room so that your wife doesn't find out about the prostitute that you hired. Got it? Okay, awesome. Keep going.
Oh my God, this is too funny.
Offer some dating lessons for you and help for investigators.
Okay, let's see what's inside.
As they seek potential victims. Levi is not in custody, and the sheriff's department said they are not actively looking for her right now. They said their focus right now is on finding more victims as they continue to build their case. If you know her or may have been victimized by her, you're asked to get in contact with the LA County Sheriff's Department. I'm Alex Rozier, NBC4 News.
This is great. Like I don't know why, and I feel terrible for these victims or whatever, but I think there's a lot of lessons to be learned, and I don't know why I'm laughing so much because this is like one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Okay,
it is Tinder Swindler. It is Tinder Swindler, the female edition.
Yes, it is. That is a very good point. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do next. Give me 1 second. Let's go to history, and there she is. Okay, so here's what we're going to do next. We're going to, do you see my screen share? Can you pull it up?
Yeah, hang on, here we go.
Okay, guys, we're going to go through the actual episode where she came over because this is really funny and the end is also hilarious, okay? So let's go ahead and do this real quick. You can see...
You're in control of it, so go ahead.
Okay.
Jim Kilgore was on it too.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay, you got, hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, you guys can see my screen. Okay, so... let's see if we can.
I can't hear it though.
Oh, you can't hear it. Stand by. Okay, so let me do this real quick. Let me fix something. So let's go ahead and close this window. And then what I'm going to do is I need to open it in Chrome. If you don't open it in Chrome, then it doesn't work. So give me 1 second. YouTube. Okay, and then let's go to.
I have it ready to go if you don't.
My channel. No, I want to be able to go through this real quick. There we go. Cool. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to let her introduce herself. So let me go back to you, and then here, screen share, and then share audio. Okay, cool. You should have audio now.
Got it.
You see it? Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome back. Happy to have everybody to collection for MIA, and it's Emily. Welcome. Let's go. She's a content creator. She's in bottle service. She's a student, and it's Emily. Emily, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
There she is, Emily. All right. She is from Israel. She's a model, and she's training to be a realtor. It's Mia Ventura. Mia.
Hi, nice to be here.
Welcome, Mia. Awesome. She's in bottle service. She's from Ohio. It's Nikki. Welcome, Nikki. It's your first time on the show.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you.
Ohio. Nice. All right.
All right. So this was election night. Now, so we'll just skip forward. We talk about Donald Trump. This was a really, really good episode, by the way, if you guys want to go back and watch it. And then this was when we found out live during the show that Donald Trump was elected. So it was a pretty interesting show for people. So here she is at the 34-minute mark.
Some of them got pregnant by their kidnappers. If you give us our people back, we will supply you free food, free electricity, free money, free whatever.
Okay. I'm like, what? So she goes off. She's talking about Israel there because, and then here we go. So around the 45-minute mark,
literally
she gets up. You can see between Nikki and Emily, she's gone. So she's just hilarious. She's gone.
An amount of money.
This is hilarious. So this is like what this shot right here, where there's no one in the chair. This is what they're using on the news media on these different stations. Are showing this as Exhibit A. So she just gets up and walks off
to some little private
from the 47-minute mark up until 1 hour and 7 minutes, or 1 hour and 6 minutes, right around here.
Now you see her.
Okay, so that's 23, maybe just as little as 19 minutes. She is in the back. And she's going through our stuff, and then she's on here and she's texting. See that bag behind her? Everyone on the show, their credit cards are now in that bag. They're in that bag right there behind her, and she
went around me and did anything like that to my child. That's irreversible. Like I said, that came from.
Oh, she gets up again, bro. Yeah. Okay, so maybe I didn't remember this. She went up and got up again. So when does she come back? Let's see here. She comes back around the. Let me see.
She in there, right?
Yeah. So she comes back. Yeah. So she was in there for 30 minutes. She had a good 30 minutes alone in the green room with these people.
Look at her purse. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is it. This is probably when she stole all the stuff. And then the part that's crazy is, guys, here we are at 3 hours and 1 minute. You can probably, you can't really see, but she's down here on the right. This is the acceptance speech. There she is right there. She's been sitting there for 2 hours, calm as a cucumber, with everyone's credit card in her purse. Do you understand how crazy that is? that is the part that's nuts. Is she gone again? No, she's fine. I think she's there right there.
She's in that one.
Yeah.
Have you seen the memes I've been?
So you like the little man. Okay. She stole from Alina. So Alina lost her credit card, and then she also stole from Eden over here. Eden lost $400 in her credit card, and Eden actually, I believe, filed charges. But you guys saw before.
Mm-hmm.
Eden is the one who actually had the screenshots. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, so I wanted to show you guys. She comes on the show around the 45-minute mark. She leaves, and then she leaves again about an hour in. She comes back. Everyone's credit card is literally in her bag, sitting behind her. And then and then at the end, I offer to take everyone to Peppermill like I do after every episode. And she's like, "No, I got to drive home tonight." So she takes off. She drives home, and then that night, I start getting. Let me see if I can pull these up. I start getting text messages from people.
I got to dig those up. I'm going to tell my story real quick. When she came, she was the first time she ever came up, and I'd seen her before at a couple of other events that I'm not going to say where they were. But I'd seen her before, and then when we're in the studio, I have to go downstairs because we're on the 4th floor. I have to go downstairs to let people in the building, right, to bring them up. So I'm bringing her up, and then as soon as we get into the studio, she's like, "Oh, this is a beautiful place. Can I get the tour?" And so here I am, like, yeah, here's the other studio, here's the main studio, here's the green room right over here. I'm just like telling her where all the places are that she can go and like lift people's like lift their purses and their credit cards and shit like that. But she was casing the place when that was going on.
All right, so can you okay, so this is what I got literally the next day. I got this message. So somebody sent me a bunch of screenshots. This is from Alex Jones 4.0. Anyone who's been associated with her, be aware she's a major con artist. She stole from every single person in the villa. Now, for those of you who don't understand, we didn't know that the girls had their stuff stolen at this point. When I saw this, and then Eden hit me up saying, or it might have been Alina, one of the two hit me up saying, hey, they stole a bunch of our stuff. Then I messaged all the girls except for Mia. And I told them, hey, guys, make sure you turn off your credit cards and make sure your credit cards weren't stolen. So she's a major con artist. She stole from every single girl in the villa. Police was called, and she tried to flee the country via Saint-Tropez. Thankfully, she was caught, and the girls got her stuff back, but it has been very traumatizing. She will make up whatever lie on the spot to justify her stealing. I have receipts. Anyone who tries to remotely defend her, I will block you so quick. Don't even try me. I have zero sympathy for thieves. So here's the thing about it. She got caught, and she's still making up excuses for why she did what she did. Okay. We'll get to that in a second. This is Lacey Lemon. I feel disheartened about the recent news of Penthouse Pet MIA Ventura as Penthouse I don't know what this is, something of the year, Penthouse Pet of the Year. I stand by my talent, my industry members who are victims of her partner's abuse. She should be pulled from the running, denounced of her title, and blacklisted entirely. Protect our talent. The issue is this isn't the first encounter during the Penthouse party in June. It was the company teams who brought this to other models' attention to not let any of our shit be out of sight, as she has already done this before. We are supposed to be a family. So she's stealing from them. So this is in France. She's stealing. This is another thing she's stealing. I'm relieved to see the truth of Real Mia 55 come to light as she blackmailed me. So this is what I was saying before. I don't know who sent this one, and stole from me, and has done the same to many girls I know. Okay. And if you follow her, beware of her lies. And if you defend her, please don't talk to me. And then the last one, this is Cody Steele. Anyone associated with Mia Ventura, beware. She's an experienced con artist and a thief. Do not trust her with anything valuable. Do not believe a word that comes out of her mouth. Please retweet to warn others about this. So the reason why I bring this up is because so she's still stealing after she's been caught. Like, still stealing. To me, that's a mental disorder. That's not just, I mean, I'm not saying
name to like to buy her nails.
This is kleptomania. Like, she can't stop stealing. Yeah. Like, that's what this seems like to me. It's pretty crazy. And then the other thing is, just the idea of you guys, we got to stop paying these fucking women for their attention. What are you doing? Let's just stop doing it, bro. It's not worth it, because you only attract a certain type of woman when you do that. This should be a wake-up call to so many of you. Get off these dating apps. Get off seeking arrangement. Stop messaging girls on OnlyFans. Stop. This is your wake-up call. Again, no one's judging you. I can't see your face right now. This is a time right now for you to make that change and stop doing this with your life. It's crazy to me. If you want another way to generate genuine attraction, read The Rational Male, join Men of Action. That's all we do, is teach men who women generally ignore how to generate attraction in other women, so that you don't end up having to pay women for their affection.
Oh my God.
Oh, do you have anything? Do you have anything else you want to share?
Yes, I do. In fact, Alina just sent me this. Hang on one second. Let me grab these real quick. I don't know how much of these I can show, but let's see here. That's probably okay.
But I think if you
so I have these exchanges between Alina and Mia. Oh geez, I have Mia's PP client number here. I don't know if I should show her her phone number on this though. Although at this point, maybe it doesn't make any difference. What the hell?
Alina, who's one of the girls that was on the show, actually had a back and forth text exchange with Mia. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I completely cut her out. So the other thing I did is I hit up several party promoters that I know in Los Angeles, and I straight up told them, I was like, hey man, I can't get involved here because she didn't actually steal anything from me, but I've asked these other girls to go to the cops. I want to tell you that this person, I have numerous people telling me that this person is stolen from them, and don't invite them to any more of your parties. Before I finish my sentence, all of these party promoters hit me back up and they were like, yo, bro, we already knew about this. This girl's excommunicated from us. And bro, she came to everything, guys. I'm telling you, there was a good point from probably, I don't know, 2018, 2019, all the way to 2024. You saw her, not 2024, 2024. You saw her at every party in Los Angeles. She was at everything. All right.
So this was her first shot right here.
Okay.
Okay. So just so you know, she probably has a burner phone. I'm presuming this is probably a burner phone.
Okay.
So that was one. And then
do you have the screenshots?
I have the screenshots. Hang on. Let's then there's this one here. Just so you know that this is definitely her.
No, I'm for sure. But what's the back and forth between her and
she just basically just said, maybe it's just kind of bullshit. It's just like, do you have a problem with me kind of thing? Because I think Alina tried to confront her.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So she tried to confront her. Like, do you have
a problem? Oh, there it is. Okay. This was part of that exchange right here. Like this was between the two of them. And then there's more.
So she didn't. Okay, she didn't respond. Got it.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was, but that's okay. We'll bring it.
Okay, no, it's perfectly fine. Okay, so here's the thing. I just want to go over this. Can we go back to the big screen here?
Yeah, hang on. There we go.
Okay, so let's go over a couple of things here. Number one, because men don't know how to generate genuine desire, and let's just say you're a guy and you've been married for a long time. So let's say you got married in like 2004, before MySpace, or let's say you got married before 2011, before Instagram. And then you get divorced. Like all of a sudden you take a nap at the wrong time or wear a raincoat and your wife gets the ick and then she decides to leave you and take half. When she leaves you, now you're back out here, just shot back out into this dating world, but there's been a software update. You look around and there's like everyone's meeting online, but you don't have the software update. So what do? You default to what's normal. You find out about a website called Seeking Arrangement. And the girls are very logical on there. If you give me a certain amount of money, I'll go on a date with you. It's very simple. You've been married for so long. You don't have the requisite technology and experience to be able to deal with 20-25 women. And so you end up falling into this trap. So now what happens is she's like, hey, send me some money. It doesn't. And these girls are very charismatic. She's like, okay, I'll send you some money for this or that or whatever, not realizing that just so you guys understand, if you ever send a girl money, especially if you're not dating her, you're not in a sexual relationship with her already, she cannot respect you. It's not that she doesn't respect you. It's that it's like oil is always lighter than water. A woman who you send money to cannot respect you. This is the same thing if you're dealing with a sibling, if you're dealing with a child, if you're dealing with an employee or a coworker, if you're dealing with someone in your military unit or dealing with someone that you're dating. If you give them everything they want, then they cannot respect you. So guys, all of you guys are watching this, and I know there's going to be a couple hundred dudes who are watching this, and your ego is too big to admit that I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to you. You're using money as a crutch because you don't understand how to generate attraction, because you let yourself get a little bit overweight. You're not very extroverted. You're not very charismatic. You're a little bit on the spectrum, and you just let yourself get lost and forgotten. But you know that if you go on Seeking Arrangement, or if you message a girl on OnlyFans, or if you go to Eros or whatever website, you know that you can get girls' attention and you can get them to go out with you. And in your mind, you can pretend, you can retcon that this girl has actual genuine attraction for you, which is actually making you worse. Do you guys understand? It's one thing for you to not get attraction for women. It's another thing for you to get fake attraction from strippers, OnlyFans models, and sex workers to make you think that you're attractive when you actually aren't. So it's actually making it worse.
That's a whole section in my upcoming book. My 6th book I should be done with it this weekend. I'm going to do the cover this weekend. There's your plan.
Hey, Weston said she's not a 304. She's a 305. She's like a new breed, a new genus species hoe.
So I was going to say is that one of the things we talk about in my Reignite program, because we specifically deal with guys who are like coming out of divorces and sort of like trying to unfuck their lives, and you know, for guys who are recovering from being zeroed out more or less. And there's a specific chapter in my upcoming book called How to Avoid the Sugar Baby, as a matter of fact. And it's not just that, it's like it's guys that are just sort of like stranger in a strange land, right? They've been in these marriages for anywhere 20, 25 years or something like that. And they're trying to reintegrate themselves back into a sexual marketplace that they have no earthly idea how to operate from within. And so, especially if you've been in like a sexless marriage for, you know, the last 5 to 10 years, all it takes is a hot piece of ass like Mia to come up to you and like just touch you on the shoulder, or, you know, like, so, you know, touch you on your forearm or something like that. And you're going to read into every little bit that you can. And you don't realize that you're being rolled, and you don't realize that she's going to Cardi B you is what she's going to do. But it's because you're like a starving man in the desert, right? And so when suddenly a fresh drink of water like Mia comes up, or like, and I'm just using her as an example, but like any girl for that matter, it's important to remember that it's a slippery slope. It doesn't happen like all at once. It's not like, oh, okay, pay me X amount of dollars, unless you're in Vegas. It's not like pay me X amount of dollars and I'll be cool with you. It's little by little. It's death by 1,000 paper cuts. It's, oh, buy me this. Oh, I'm late on my rent. Oh, I'm blah, blah, blah. And so you get into this cycle of just like, and it's ever increasing a little bit more.
Yes. And it's death by 1,000 paper cuts. And we call in Men of Action, the term we call this is hooker talk. When you hear hooker talk, you don't know this girl, but all of a sudden she needs money for her car repair. She needs money because her dog has eczema or hip dysplasia. She needs money because she hurt her back. She needs money for rent. This comes out of nowhere. This is a woman you're not in maybe you are in a sexual relationship with her, but it's completely transactional, or you're not even in a sexual relationship with her, and she's already asking you for these things. The funny thing is, Rollo, it's some of the most judgmental men that I know, the ones that just hate women. They're the ones who fall for this the hardest. They're the ones who actually, like the guys who are just like hyper judgmental towards women, they're the ones who fall for the hookers the fastest, because because they think they don't have a blind spot, and they actually do. They can't tell the difference between a woman who has, this is where it's really bad. Until you've had a woman genuinely desire you. What Rollo says, I want her to crawl over broken glass and change her religion for me. Like that level. Like for me, like a woman just willing to like leave her work early to come over, bring me food, have sex with me, and then clean my apartment afterwards. And I give her no money. Like completely break every rule that she said. She'll go on a podcast and say, I want a rich man. And then literally I won't give her a penny. And she just wants endless sex and attention from me. When you have experienced that level of genuine desire that you get from a woman, you because you don't know what that feels like, you're going to be confused by whatever trinkets and stimulus that these sugar babies give you on these sites because of their big boobies and their hazel eyes and their nice butts and their small waists. You fall for that. This is a problem that we have as men, is that when we see really attractive women, we start believing their bullshit. We start falling into their frame, into their story. If this wasn't true, strip clubs would not exist. Strip clubs are basically, you go in there and it's like frame control between the customer and the girl. The customer is like trying to take the girl home or trying to hook up with a girl who looks like that. The girl has complete and total frame control, but she gives you a bunch of attention, making you think that you're attractive when you really aren't. You understand you're getting attention and you're not getting compliance. Okay. That's the first thing. Second thing, I want to say this because of the false grape allegations. We've said this before, and I'm going to keep repeating this until I've had several guys come to me and say, Michael, you told me these 3 rules and they have saved my life. Thank you. So I need you guys to listen to these. Number 1, cameras in common areas. Not in a bathroom, not in a bedroom, but in common areas, especially seeing women come in and out of your apartment or house. Cameras in common areas. They need to see the girl come in. She seems very happy to be there, gives you a hug. Maybe you make out. Then you go into the bedroom. She comes out. She's very happy. She gives you a hug. She gives you a kiss, and she walks out. That way, later on, when she says, he graped me, Your Honor, Exhibit A, you can see right now, she was very happy when she came. She's very happy when she left. Another thing, and I know this is going to sound like I'm joking, but I'm actually serious. One of the great things about having threesomes is that there's another witness. And you don't have problems. The girl could be like, oh, they did X, Y, Z. It's like, no, both of us saw what you did.
I have an alibi.
I have 2 alibis. I have the video and I have my girlfriend. And so that's one of the reasons why I say that. The next thing I want to tell you guys is that men do not pour women's drinks. Let women pour their own drinks. Okay.
Yes.
That way you don't. And also, this is going to be on camera because it's in the comment area. This is going to be the situation. You guys have all put a 1 in the chat if you've experienced this before. The girl or the guy who claims that they got drugged, but you know they didn't get drugged. They just drank too much and don't know how to. They don't know how to handle their alcohol. And from their standpoint, it's just a throwaway line. Oh, someone drugged me last night. Okay, someone drugged you last night. That's a crime. That's a serious crime. But it's just a throwaway line. And then now all of a sudden, there's a rumor. Oh, you were at Chad's house and someone drugged you last night. And so now Chad is drugging people. That's the rumor that gets started. Again, when then Chad responds like, no, I'm in Michael Sartain's Men of Action course. I know that women only pour women's drinks. Men do not pour women's drinks. And I have video of her pouring her own drink, proving I did not drug her. No one drugged her. She just couldn't handle her alcohol. Okay. So men do not pour women's drinks. In fact, I would ask you guys, if you're having a party, hire a super hot bartender who's female and let her pour the drinks for the women. Make sense? That'll save you. Number 3, do not leave lascivious messages with women. So you're going back and forth with a girl. Maybe it's a girl you met cold approach, a girl you met on Instagram, a girl you met on a dating app, a girl you met on Seeking Arrangement, whatever. When you're going back and forth with her and you're like, send me the nudes. I want to see your boobs. Show me your kitty, all this kind of stuff. When you send those messages, those Bob's and Vagine, all of a sudden those can and will be used against you. It doesn't matter that she actually sent you nudes. She's just going to delete that part. And then she's going to screenshot all your messages that you sent to her, and she's going to use it against you in group chat. She's going to use it against you if she files a false claim against you. She's going to use it against you if you're married or you have a girlfriend. She's going to use these screenshots and hold them against you so that you end up getting extorted like these men did with the Mia Ventura situation. So one more time. There's those of you who are going to listen to me and you're going to thank me someday. And then there's those of you who are just going to ignore this part. The 3 things again, you're going to put cameras in common areas. Women are always going to pour their drinks. Men do not pour women's drinks. You do not send lascivious messages or dick pics or anything like that ever. If you want to have dirty talk with a girl, you do it in person when she comes over. You don't need to text her, oh, come over. I want to show you my wiener. Like you don't text that. She comes over. And then she gets nude for you. She doesn't. You don't need to do it over text messaging.
What are you doing that for, anyways?
Text messaging is cope. So the idea of text game is just cope by pickup artists who don't know how to generate attraction. You don't need text game. You think about it. If you're Leonardo DiCaprio, what's your text game? He doesn't send lascivious messages. He's like, come over. That's all he says. Where you at? That's all he sends. Don't send lascivious messages to women. It will always be used against you. And then you can also see situations where there's big content creators, where whoever you want, Andrew Tate, whoever, with Jonah Hill. There's a bunch of them. Every message they sent to these women is not only used against them in a court of law, but it's also taken out of context in almost every case. So don't give them the messages to take out of context. Don't send dirty messages to women ever, because they're only going to use them against you. Okay. There's a couple of you guys who maybe, I'm not really sure. There's a couple of guys who I promise you in a year, you're going to be like, thank you for telling me those 3 rules, Michael. That saved my life. That saved my life. All right. Then anything else I want to go over? The ways you generate genuine attraction with women without using looks or money is relevancy, competency, access to scarce resources, locations, networks, charisma, humor, pre-selection, and social proof. Having female friends introduce you to other women, which is something that I teach, is a way to generate genuine desire because women are competing with each other for your attention. Rolo, you probably see Rolo and I on Access Vegas. It's really crazy. At the end of the show, they're like, girls will like, it's very clear that they're like attracted to us all of a sudden out of nowhere. And we did nothing to try to invoke this attraction. It's just they're watching other women be stimulated by us and we're not hitting on them, which is generating actual attraction. For those of you who've been stuck in pickup for the last 15 years, or for those of you who use traditional dating advice or matchmakers or sugar baby sites, you don't understand genuine attraction or genuine desire from women. So this is going to be confusing to you. I don't use looks or money. I'm an average looking dude. Okay. And according to some people, I'm 5'8". I'm an average looking dude and I'm able to generate massive levels of attraction. Why am I able to do that? Because I understand concepts like competency, relevancy, charisma, humor. And then if you watch Access Vegas, you see I'm able to keep the girls laughing. Rolo and I are able to keep the girls laughing for 3 straight hours. That's the ability to use charisma and humor in order to generate genuine desire in women, as opposed to using money as a crutch. Let me say one more thing. It is okay to use money as a funnel. What do I mean by funnel as opposed to a crutch? Using money as a funnel. What does that mean? That means I live in Nashville, and I get a sick penthouse right on Broadway, and all the girls before they go out come to my place. They meet up. I've got their favorite alcohol, got whatever party favors they want. I'm not talking about drugs, but maybe like a marijuana vape or whatever. Out, they can smoke it out on the balcony. They're having a good time. They're pouring their own drinks. They're having a blast. And then at the end of the night, they all come back to your apartment on Broadway. That is using money as a funnel. Does that make sense? Let's just say you rent out, you live in Austin, Texas, and you rent out some like convention hall, whatever, and then you throw a huge charity for animal rescue and you have a silent auction, you use that, and then you invite every attractive female influencer in the city. They come out to your charity event. You're sitting there hosting it. You're like, hey, thank you so much for coming and supporting our animal rescue charity. Now you're using money as a funnel as opposed to using money as a crutch. How do you use money as a crutch? Anything where a woman is like, I'm going to pay for her jewelry, I'm going to give her jewelry, clothes, I'm going to pay her car note or her rent. That is using money as a crutch. Using money as a funnel is anything that's an experience. Let's just say you really like this girl. It's like your third date. You guys are like having great sex together, and you want to go to Mavericks Helicopters and fly her to the Grand Canyon on that Grand Canyon tour. And the two of you go and just have an amazing time and come back together. That's using money to create an experience. That's okay to use money to create an experience. That's not using money as a crutch. When you hear a woman asking you for money without context, generally, I said before, if a woman is asking you for money, if women are frequently asking you for money, it's because your arms aren't big enough. Okay. That's generally what's going on. They see you as a beta male that they can take advantage of. And you can't expect them to not do this. Like closers are going to close, sellers are going to sell, right? Basketball players are going to go to the basket. Like scorpions are going to sting. Some people just have it in their nature. If you give women an opening like that, where you can take advantage, where they can take advantage of you, they can manipulate you, and they can get money out of you, they're gonna get money out of you. They're not even bad people. That's just how humans are. They're going to take the path of least resistance. So just make sure you take that stand, you say no. And from this point forward, you're going to follow those 3 rules I said to protect yourself. And you're never going to use money as a crutch to generate attraction with women. And then girls like Mia Ventura can never do anything to you.
Right. Awesome.
Cool. Anything else?
Nah, you said it all, man. I was just gonna say is like money's always going to be a force multiplier, and I think a lot of guys who are going to watch that. I think a lot of the guys who would get rolled by someone like Mia are going to be guys who think that it's all about the money, right? That it's all about like how much I can spend to get this girl, especially like when guys come out of a relationship and they think that that's part of the deal, right? That I've got to make a lot of money because that's all women are really about. And then of course a guy like rock band drummer Jake Cope comes up and steals your girl.
That's exactly right.
Doesn't make no difference. All right. Well, geez, this has been interesting. Now we have to go watch go watch us on Inside Edition.
Yeah. So we're Inside Edition, and NBC Los Angeles, KTLA, and then there's one other one that's the CBS affiliate has already done something, and we'll post links in there. The episode of Access Vegas from election night, I'm going to put that in the description here so you guys can go back and watch it. It's hilarious. Like watching someone actually rob you and then just sit there with a straight face. It's something you need to see. One of the things we talk about in Men of Action, and I believe it's in the evolutionary psychology section, is we go over cluster B personality disorders. So that's narcissism, sociopathy, histrionic personality disorder, and borderline personality disorder. We go over those personality disorders because those are the women that are going to go nuclear. There's a girl who's shitty and she cheats on you. That's one thing. But then there's a girl who you don't call her back, so she has sex with your dad. You don't call her back, so she claims you raped her. That's borderline personality disorder. That's Brittany Renner. That's Amber Heard. That's serious. That's Lindsay Hill. Serious levels of mental disorder. That's what you need to worry about. And by the way, I'm not a diagnostician. Nobody come after me legally because I said that. In my opinion, that's what it looks like. They have symptoms of BPD. So that's the thing you guys have to look out for. And again, this is what we're trying to do, is make this easier for everyone. Most women don't have BPD. Most women are not going to sit there and try to extort you. Most women do not claim fake SA allegations, but there's enough that do that you need to protect yourself. Okay. You need to be able to protect yourself. And this is another example where this is happening over and over again. And the reason why this works is because these guys are embarrassed. if you're one of these men who Mia Ventura took advantage of, you're so embarrassed by what she did to you, you're never going to come forward. And it's the girl you're dating now. What do you mean you were dealing with this fucking hooker? What are you doing? Your wife, your kids, whatever. And she probably specifically chose you because she saw that weakness that she could exploit. The fact that you have a public facing job, the fact that you have a top secret government clearance, the fact that you have a wife, they're going to come after you. Brittany Renner did a speech at Jackson State with Deion Sanders was the coach there. And she explained these women are actually investigating you before they come and try to take all your money. She also wrote a book on how to get athletes to get her pregnant so that she could secure the bag by getting pregnant by a famous rich dude. These are all things that are going to happen to you as you level up. How do we protect ourselves? Cameras in common areas. Men do not pour women's drinks. Do not send lascivious messages. And one last thing, if you go on a date with a girl and you have a great time, maybe you had Bible study, maybe you didn't. At the end of the date, you're going to text, hey, had a great time. Hope you made it home okay. And then she responds yes. And like, let's make plans to go out next week. It doesn't matter if you go out with her next week. It doesn't matter. As soon as she says, yes, let's make plans to go out next week, Exhibit A, Your Honor. She was very much willing to go on a date with me afterwards. So the things that she's claiming may or may not be true. In general, I'm just asking you guys to be able to protect yourself. If you actually are some dude who's essaying girls, fuck you. Get out of my face. I have no pity for you. I'm not here trying to defend you or help you. This is for the guys who are doing nothing wrong, but maybe you don't have the technology, you don't have the software update, you're being taken advantage of by these extremely sophisticated sugar babies. This is how we're trying to protect you. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Anything else? Do we have any questions? Oh, there was a super chat there too.
It was just a quick hit one.
Cool. There's a lot of people.
Oh, we had
a lot of people in here watching this.
Yeah. Go watch Inside Edition. We're going to both be on there. And then I don't know if you're on the West Coast, KTLA.
Yeah, no, go on YouTube channel for KTLA. You can see the article, the video that we did there, and then there's two more that we got coming out. And then when we wanted to do this reaction video because we don't have Access Vegas coming until the 29th. By the way, any ladies who want to come on Access Vegas on the 29th, let us know. The 30th, I'm going to be hosting the costume competition at Tau. The 31st, I'm going to be hosting the costume competition at Sapphire. So if you guys are in Las Vegas and want to come out to that, come out and say hi, man. We're excited to see you. And please like the video. Please like the video. Some of you guys are watching on Rolo's channel. Some of you guys are watching on my channel. We're trying to do a service for you, bro. We keep saying these things over and over again, and guys don't want to listen. At some point, you guys have to start listening. You have to start understanding that we're just trying to describe the world to you the way it is, not the way we want it to be, not the way that feels good. And we're not blaming anyone. We're blaming Mia Ventura, but we're not blaming anyone for anything. It's just a function of evolution. It's just our nature. A scorpion's going to sting. A frog is going to jump. A fish is going to swim in the water. You just have a nature to you. Men want more sexual variety than women do in general. Women care more about a man's ability to procure resources than men do. It's just our nature. It's okay. In general, that's generally how we are. As long as we can accept that's how we are, then we can transcend it. But if we don't even admit that men and women are different, then we'll never be able to transcend it. We'll never be able to improve.
Exactly. And remember, not every woman will, but any woman can.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Cool. I'll see you on the next one, man. Thanks for watching.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye, guys.